Okay, I just want to tell you a quick story of something that just happened. Sorry, you can see my weight gloves are on my hand to prove that this is an authentic story. Because I just came from the gym, and it's funny because on the way to the gym, I passed a woman who was clearly pregnant, big belly, and I thought in my head, you know, if I was going to talk to her in the hallway, maybe I'd say something like, I think she was going, yeah, that's right. She was turning the other way. So I think she was going to like the exercise class. There's a room that does yoga and stuff. And I was thinking if I had a conversation with her, and I would say, oh, are you looking for the yoga pregnancy class or something? And then in my head, I thought, well, what if she's not really pregnant? And then I thought, well, she's got to be pregnant. Like, what are the possible diseases you would have that would make your belly like huge, bulbous? Like, I don't think there's anything biologically possible that it could have been other than her being pregnant. So this went through my head, and I was tying my shoes, and I just went to the gym anyways. So then I just came back from the gym like an hour later, and normally I take the stairs up the 4 floors just to get that extra aerobic workout, and I was turning towards the stairs, but then this really cute girl, a different girl who wasn't pregnant, was coming out of the sort of yoga room, and I don't know, I thought, and I was like, no, I thought, I'm not going to follow her, that's creepy. And so I started going towards the stairs, and I thought, screw it, I'll follow her. Maybe I'll get to talk to her in the elevator for the 4 floors that I'm going up. And so she goes in, the door's closing, and I run, and I go in, and my back's to sort of, there's a guy there, and then there's cute girl, and then there's pregnant girl. The same pregnant girl from earlier is now in the elevator already. And I just hear cute girl say to the pregnant girl, oh, when are you due? And then, boom, I was on. The blonde pregnant woman started to say something like, oh, you know, I don't know. And I just jumped in and I said, oh, I thought you were talking to me. And they're like, what? I'm like, I know. I've got like, you know, the belly and everything, but that's why I'm going to the gym, you know, and they're like laughing, and the guy's like, ho, 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 and the girl's like laughing. And I said, you know, I was just thinking like, that's why I'm going to the gym. So like, you don't have to say anything. And then pretty much we're all almost on my floor now, and the doors start to open, and I'm like, oh, and I was gonna go for dinner now, but I guess not, huh? And they're like, oh, and the guy's saying, that's so good, and I'm like, yeah, no more Subway for me. And then the doors are closing, and you can hear the guy saying to the 2 girls, like, oh, that was really funny and everything. And I'm like, yes, you know, I was like zingers, I was like stand-up comedy guy in the elevator for like just 4 floors. I made him laugh, I did a whole routine. I achieved my goal of talking to the cute girl, sort of, even though I didn't turn my back to actually look at her. And I sort of involved the pregnant woman from earlier in my mind, and then I impressed this really tall gentleman, and yeah. And then part of me thought I should yell, hey, add Josh Rackless to Facebook as the doors were closing, but I figured, well, maybe I'll see them at the condo party or something. And they do know what floor I live on if they ever want to come sort of knock on every door looking for me or something. So I thought, you know, that's good. I didn't have to, you know, get a business card to throw it into the elevator, which I did once in a car once in Ottawa years ago. I was chasing some cab that some girls were in, and I threw my business card in because I hadn't given it to this girl all night. And my friends tell that story. They say they laugh because they can picture the business card. It was like sort of floating down like a feather inside the cab as the girls are like, what the hell? Anyways, that's a completely different story from like 15 years ago. But anyways, I just thought I wanted to share my stand-up routine with you because, you know, I need a bigger audience than the 3 people in the elevator, and you actually know who I am, so you can like applaud and stuff. I don't know. I guess the moral of the story is that I am creepy to have followed that woman on the elevator. But let's forget that part and just celebrate my comedic genius. Okay, a little postscript. I just wanted to add something because you'll notice I was wearing my weight gloves in that last video, and it didn't occur to me to take them off for the video. And I think that was the cause of the phone being like too close to my face, or my hand sort of blocked the microphone, because I just took off one of the gloves. I can't even, these are special gloves that are supposed to protect your wrists or something, and I think they just actually, I can't even get the thing off. They just make your wrist weaker because you can't actually use your muscles to hold things up or something. But okay, now they're off, and see, now I can hold the phone like this. I can bend my hand, I can go like that. It's fantastic. But before, my hand was like, can't move it, and so I was like, so I want to apologize for that. The story would have been much better had I taken my gloves off. Would have been much better angles, probably better sound. But I'm an idiot. Okay, but I was funny in the elevator.